Alright guys, ARMY. Jikookers, this community that always notices the smallest details. What if I told you that something deeper might be happening behind the scenes between Jungkook and Jimin, something that feels more than just friendship, more than just years of being bandmates, something that has fans all over the world whispering the same question. Why does it feel like Jungkook is trying to protect Jimin in a way that feels so personal? Because lately, the energy has been different. The looks, the gestures, the silence between them that somehow says everything, and now, this growing rumor, this quiet but powerful idea that Jungkook has been planning to take Jimin to a safe place. Not just physically, but emotionally. And guys, if you've been in this fandom long enough, you already know things like this don't just come out of nowhere. Let's be real for a second. Being in BTS is not easy. The pressure, the expectations, the constant spotlight, it's overwhelming. And Jimin, we all know how sensitive, how deep, how emotionally open he is. He gives everything to the stage, to ARMY, to the people he loves, but sometimes people like that, they carry more than they show. And maybe, just maybe, Jungkook sees that more clearly than anyone else. Now here's where it gets interesting, because Jungkook isn't just anyone. He's the one who grew up with Jimin. The one who has seen him at his highest and probably at his lowest. The one who has shared years of memories, struggles, laughter, tears, things we as fans can only imagine. So when fans start noticing that Jungkook is always there, like always, it makes you wonder, is this just habit? Or is it something deeper? Think about those moments, the way Jungkook instinctively moves closer to Jimin, the way he watches him when he thinks no one's noticing, the subtle gestures, like adjusting something for him, checking on him without making it obvious. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's consistent. And consistency like that, it tells a story. And now this idea of a safe place. Guys, this is where emotions really start to hit. Because what does that even mean? Is it a real place? Somewhere private, away from cameras and noise? Or is it something more symbolic, like Jungkook wanting to be that safe place for Jimin? That one person he can lean on when everything else feels too much? And honestly, if you look at their bond, it wouldn't be surprising. Because Jungkook has always shown this quiet protectiveness when it comes to Jimin. Not in a controlling way, not in a loud way, but in a soft, almost unspoken way. Like he doesn't need to say it out loud because his actions already do. But here's the thing that keeps fans hooked. Why now? Why are these rumors getting stronger now? Why are more and more people starting to feel like something is shifting between them? Some fans believe it's because of the recent changes in their schedules, the time apart, the individual projects, the emotional weight of everything they've been through as a group. And sometimes, when life gets overwhelming, you don't run to everyone, you run to that one person who feels like home. And what if for Jimin that person is Jungkook? Just imagine this for a moment. Jimin feeling exhausted, maybe overwhelmed, maybe just needing space from everything, and Jungkook noticing it before anyone else does. Not because someone told him, but because he knows him. And instead of making a big scene, instead of saying too much, he just quietly decides, I'll take care of this. I'll make sure he's okay. That kind of care, it's rare. It's not something you fake. It's not something you perform for cameras. It's something that comes from deep connection, from years of understanding someone on a level that words can't fully explain. And this is why the fandom can't stop talking about it. Because it doesn't feel like just another rumor. It feels like something that fits, something that makes sense when you look at everything we've seen over the years. But at the same time, we have to ask ourselves, are we seeing the full picture? Or are we connecting dots that were never meant to be connected? Because let's be honest, being part of a fandom like this means emotions run deep. We care, we analyze, we notice things that others might miss, but sometimes that also means we can blur the line between reality and what we feel is real. Still, there's something about this story that keeps pulling people in. Maybe it's the idea of someone being protected. Maybe it's the comfort of believing that even in a world as chaotic as the entertainment industry, there's still genuine care, genuine connection, something pure. And maybe that's why this hits so hard. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about Jungkook and Jimin. It's about what they represent to us. Loyalty, trust, emotional safety. The idea that no matter how big the world gets, you still have that one person who sees you, really sees you. And if Jungkook truly wants to be that safe place for Jimin, then honestly, that's something beautiful. But here's the twist: what if this safe place isn't something new? What if it's something that's been there all along, and we're only just starting to notice it now? Because if you go back, really go back, you'll see the pattern. The quiet support, the shared glances, the way they gravitate toward each other even in crowded rooms, it's always been there. We just didn't always pay attention to it in this way. And now it feels like everything is aligning into one question that nobody can fully answer. What exactly is going on behind the scenes? Is it just deep friendship? Is it something more? Or is it simply a bond that doesn't need labels, something that exists beyond what we can define? Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear. The connection between Jungkook and Jimin continues to captivate millions of people around the world. And whether you see it as friendship, brotherhood, or something deeper, you can't deny that it's real in its own way. And maybe that's enough. But I want to hear from you guys, from this community that always feels things on a deeper level. Do you think Jungkook is really trying to protect Jimin? Do you believe in this idea of a safe place? Or do you think it's something we, as fans, are interpreting in our own way? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to see how you all see this. And if you felt something while listening to this, if this made you think, or even just made your heart feel a little heavier or warmer, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us for more stories that bring us closer to the people we admire. Because here, we don't just watch from a distance, we feel every moment together.